Learn English through stories that feel alive. Every word, every moment makes learning simple and unforgettable. This is Kavico English Story Time. My name is Karen. I am 25 years old. My husband is Levi. He is 40 years old. We have one son. His name is Mark. Mark is 3 years old. We got married 4 years ago. I was very happy. Levi was very happy too. We loved each other very much. We talked every day. We laughed every day. We had fun together. But now things are different. Levi changed 3 months ago. He is not the same man. He comes home from work. He eats dinner. He watches television. Then he goes to bed. He does not talk to me. On Saturday and Sunday, Levi goes out. He plays golf. He has meetings. He stays in his office at home. He says he is very busy. He says he has too much work. Levi is the boss at his company. He works with many people. Before, I helped him with his work. I helped him with papers. I helped him with money. But now I stay home with Tom. Levi says he does not need help. He says he does not trust other people. We had nice times before. Every night, we drank tea together. We sat on the sofa. We talked about our day. We looked at each other. We smiled. We were happy. Now we do not do this. Levi watches television. I sit alone. There is no talking. There is no smiling. Last week, I sent Mark to my mother's house. I wanted to be alone with Levi. I thought maybe Levi was just tired. Maybe he needed rest. Maybe he needed quiet time. But that night was the same. Levi came home late. He ate dinner. He did not talk to me. He went to bed early. The next morning, he left the house very early. It was Saturday. He did not stay home. He went to work. I sat in the kitchen. I had a cup of tea. The tea was cold. My heart was cold too. I felt like a stranger. This was my house. But I felt like I did not belong here. That night, I made a big decision. I had to talk to Levi. I could not live like this anymore. Something was wrong. I needed to know what it was. I waited for Levi to come home. I made his favorite dinner. I cooked chicken with rice. I made salad. I wore my blue dress. Levi always said he loved this dress. I put on makeup. I did my hair. I wanted to look nice. Levi came home at 9 o'clock. He looked very tired. He sat at the table. He ate his dinner. He did not look at me. He did not see my dress. He did not say the food was good. He ate in silence. My heart was beating fast. I was scared, but I had to speak. I had to ask him. I looked at Levi. I said, "Can we talk?" Levi looked surprised. "Now?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Please." We went to the living room. We sat on the sofa. I tried to be calm. I did not want to fight. I did not want to cry, but my eyes had tears. I said, "Levi, you changed. We do not talk anymore. You do not look at me. You do not see me. I feel alone." Levi looked down at the floor. He said nothing. I waited. Then I asked the hardest question. "Do you still love me?" Levi looked at me. His eyes looked very tired. He said, "Yes, I love you. I am just tired. Work is very hard. I have too much stress." I wanted to believe him, but I was not sure. So I asked another question. The question I never wanted to ask. "Is there another woman?" Levi looked shocked. No, he said quickly. Never. I am just busy. I do not have time. My head is full of work, but I love you. Please wait. Please be patient. I looked at his face. He seemed honest. He took my hand. Please wait a little more, he said. I will try to change. I wanted to believe him. I said, okay, I will wait. But in my heart, I still felt alone. Days passed, then weeks passed, but nothing changed. Levi still came home late. He still ate dinner in silence. He still looked tired. He still seemed far away from me. I tried to smile. I tried to be patient. I told myself, he said he loves me. He said he will try. I cleaned the house. I played with Mark. I cooked good food. I tried to be a good wife. I even planned a trip, just Levi and me. No work, no phone, just us. But when I asked him, he said, not now. I have meetings. Maybe next month. My heart broke a little more. That night, I sat in the dark living room. The house was very quiet. I could hear the clock on the wall. Tick, tick, tick. I said to myself, why does love feel so lonely? I looked at old photos, pictures from our wedding day, pictures from our first trip together, photos of us smiling, photos of us hugging, photos of us laughing. Where did all that happiness go? One evening, I sent Mark to my mother again. I wanted to talk to Levi. I waited for him to come home, but when he came in, he went straight to his office. He did not say hello. He did not smile. He just closed the door. I stood outside his office door. I wanted to knock. I raised my hand, but then I stopped. I put my hand down. I walked away. I went to the kitchen. I sat alone with my cold tea. I felt like a stranger in my own home. I had a terrible thought. Maybe Levi does not see me anymore. Maybe he forgot who I am. Maybe he forgot that I am his wife. For the first time, I asked myself, is this still a marriage? Or are we just two people living in the same house? The next morning, I woke up early. I looked at the bed next to me. Levi was already gone. No kiss goodbye. No have a good day. Nothing. I looked at the ceiling for a long time. My heart felt so tired. Not angry, not loud, just tired. I made breakfast for Mark. I smiled at him. I played with him. I pretended everything was okay. But inside, I felt invisible, like I was not really there. That day, I wrote a letter to Levi, not a long letter, just a few lines. I still love you. I still hope for us, but I cannot be the only one trying. I miss your heart more than I miss your body next to me. That evening, I tried again. I waited by the front door. When Levi came in, I smiled. Do you want to go for a walk? I asked softly. Levi looked at me. His eyes were cold and tired. Not now, Karen. Maybe later. I said, okay, but something inside me broke. Very quietly. Very sad. That night, Levi worked in his office again. I packed a small bag for me and Mark. I wrote a note. I put it on the kitchen table. You said to wait. I waited. I waited with love. I waited with patience. I waited with tears. Now I need to find myself again. I am not leaving forever, but I cannot stay invisible anymore. I closed the front door very quietly. Outside, The night air was cool. I held Mark's hand. We walked into the dark street. We were not walking away from love. We were walking toward healing. But this was not the end of my story. 2 weeks later, something happened that changed everything. One quiet evening, I was at my mother's house. Mark was sleeping. I was reading a book. My phone rang. It was my friend Lisa. Lisa worked at Levi's company. She sounded worried. "Karen," she said, "I need to tell you something about Levi." My heart stopped. "What?" I asked. Lisa was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "There is a woman at work. Her name is Sarah. She and Levi, they spend a lot of time together." I felt sick. My hands started shaking. "Are you sure?" I asked. "I am sorry, Karen," Lisa said. "I did not want to tell you, but I think you should know. They go to lunch together every day. They stay late at the office together. Last week, I saw them holding hands in the parking lot. After Lisa hung up, I sat in the dark. I cried for a long time. But then I stopped crying. I was not just sad anymore. I was angry. I was tired of being invisible. I was tired of waiting. I was tired of hoping. The next day, I went back to our house. Levi was at work. I had a key. I went inside. The house felt cold and empty. I looked around. This was my home too. I lived here for 4 years. But now it felt like a stranger's house. I went to Levi's office. His desk was messy with papers. I was not looking for anything. I just wanted to sit in his chair. I wanted to understand why he could not see me anymore. But then I saw something. A photo on his desk. It was not a photo of me. It was not a photo of Mark. It was a photo of a woman I did not know. She was young and pretty. She was smiling. At the bottom of the photo, someone wrote, "To Levi, with all my love, Sarah." My heart broke into 1,000 pieces. This was the truth. This was why Levi changed. This was why he could not see me anymore. He was seeing someone else. I took the photo. I went home to my mother's house. That evening, I called Levi. "We need to talk," I said. "Can you come to the park tomorrow, the one near our house?" Levi sounded surprised. "Is everything okay?" he asked. "We just need to talk," I said. The next day, I met Levi at the park. I brought the photo with me. We sat on a bench. Mark was playing on the swings nearby. Levi looked at me. He seemed worried. I showed him the photo. "I found this in your office," I said. Levi's face went white. He looked at the photo. Then he looked at me. He did not say anything. "Her name is Sarah," I said. "My friend told me about her. You have lunch with her every day. You work late with her. You hold her hand." Levi put his head in his hands. "Karen," he said, "I am so sorry. Do you love her?" I asked. The question hurt to say, but I needed to know. Levi was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "I do not know. Maybe. I am confused." "And me?" I asked. "Do you still love me?" Levi looked at me with sad eyes. "I will always love you, Karen, but it is different now. I am different now." I felt like someone hit me in the chest, but I also felt something else, relief. Finally, I knew the truth. Finally, I was not invisible anymore. "I gave you everything," I said. "My love, my time, my youth. 4 years of my life, and you gave your heart to someone else. Levi started to cry. I did not mean for this to happen, he said. I tried to stop it, but Sarah makes me feel young again. She makes me feel alive. I know it is wrong. I know I hurt you, but I cannot help it. I stood up from the bench. I understand, I said. And I really did understand. Not because I agreed with him, but because I finally saw clearly. Levi was not the same man I married. That man was gone. I want a divorce, I said. The words felt heavy, but also freeing. Levi nodded. He was still crying. I am so sorry, Karen, he said again. I know, I said. But sorry, I cannot fix this. Sorry cannot give me back 4 years. Sorry I cannot make Mark's father love his family again. I called Mark over. We are going home now, I told him. Mark took my hand. As we walked away, I did not look back. I had looked back too many times already. 3 months later, Levi and I signed the divorce papers. It was the hardest day of my life, but also the first day of my new life. Levi married Sarah 6 months later. They seemed happy together. And slowly, I started to feel happy for them, not because I wanted Levi back, but because I learned something important. Sometimes love is not enough. Sometimes people change. Sometimes you have to choose yourself. And sometimes losing someone you love is the only way to find yourself again. Today, Mark and I live in a small apartment. It is not as big as our old house, but it is warm. It is full of love. It is full of laughter. Mark asks about his father sometimes. I tell him, Daddy lives far away now, but he loves you very much. The first months were very hard. I cried every night after Mark went to sleep. I looked at my wedding ring on the table. The gold ring felt so heavy, so cold. Some nights I put it on again. I remembered our wedding day. I remembered dancing with Levi. I remembered his smile. But then I took the ring off again. I put it back in the small box. The box stayed closed. Day by day, it got easier to leave it closed. My mother helped me a lot. She came to my apartment every day. She cooked soup for me. She played with Mark. She held me when I cried. You are strong, Karen, she said, stronger than you know. One day, my mother brought me a small plant. It was a sunflower, very small, very young. This is like you, she said. It needs time to grow, but it will be beautiful. It will turn toward the sun. I put the sunflower on my kitchen window. Every morning, I gave it water. I watched it grow. Day by day, it got taller. Its leaves got bigger. Its face turned toward the light outside the window. Mark loved the sunflower too. Look, Mama, he said. It is growing. Yes, I thought. We are both growing. Winter came. The apartment was cold sometimes. But Mark and I made it warm. We played games on the floor. We read books together. We made cookies in the small kitchen. Mark laughed a lot. His laugh filled the empty spaces in my heart. One evening, the phone rang. It was Levi. Mark was sleeping. I answered quietly. Hi, Karen, Levi said. His voice sounded different. Older, sadder. Hi, Levi, I said. My heart beat faster, but not like before. Not with love, just with memory. Can I see Mark this weekend? he asked. Levi had not seen Mark for 2 months. Yes, I said, but only for a few hours. He is still very young. I know, Levi said. Karen? Yes? Are you okay? Are you happy? I looked around my small apartment. I looked at Mark sleeping in his bed. I looked at the sunflower on the window. It was bigger now, almost ready to bloom. I am learning to be happy, I said. Good, Levi said. I am sorry for everything. I know sorry is not enough. But I am sorry. I know, I said. Goodbye, Levi. Goodbye, Karen. After he hung up, I sat in the quiet apartment. I did not cry. I did not feel angry. I just felt free, like a bird that learned to fly again. Saturday came. Levi picked up Mark at 10 o'clock. He looked older too. His hair was gray at the sides. He had lines around his eyes. Hi, Karen, he said. Hi, Levi, I said. Mark ran to his father. Daddy, he said. Levi picked him up. He smiled, but his smile looked tired. I will bring him back at 3, Levi said. Okay, I said. They left together. I watched them walk down the street. Mark's small hand was in Levi's big hand. My heart felt sad, but also light. I had 3 hours alone. What should I do? For 4 years, I was always taking care of someone. Levi, Mark, the house, the cooking, the cleaning. Now I had 3 hours just for me. I put on my coat. I walked to the park. The same park where Levi and I had our last talk. But today, it looked different. The trees were bare, the grass was brown, but the sky was blue, very blue. I sat on the same bench. I remembered that terrible day, the photo of Sarah, Levi's tears, the word divorce. It felt like a movie from someone else's life. A woman sat on the bench next to me. She was about my age. She had a book in her hands. Beautiful day, she said. Yes, I said, very beautiful. I come here every Saturday, she said. I read here. It is quiet, peaceful. She looked at me. You look familiar. Do you live near here? I used to, I said. I lived here for 4 years. But now I live across town. In a small apartment. I am Lisa, she said. I am Karen, I said. We shook hands. Karen, Lisa said, I think I know you. Did you work at Levis & Company with your husband? My heart stopped. This was a different Lisa. Not my friend Lisa. This was someone from Levi's work. Yes, I said slowly, but not anymore. We got divorced. Lisa looked sad. I am sorry, she said. Levi is a good man. But she stopped talking. But what? I asked. Lisa looked uncomfortable. I should not say anything, she said. Please, I said. I need to know. Lisa was quiet for a moment. Then she said Sarah left him 2 months ago. She went back to her old boyfriend. Levi was very sad. He stayed home from work for a week. I felt something strange. Not happiness, not sadness, just nothing. Thank you for telling me, I said. Lisa nodded. I hope you are happy now, Karen, she said. I am trying to be, I said. At 3 o'clock, Levi brought Mark back. Mark looked happy, but tired. We went to the zoo, Mama, he said. I saw lions and elephants and monkeys. That sounds wonderful. I said. Levi stood at the door. He did not come inside. Karen? He said. Yes? Can we talk? Just for a minute? I looked at Mark. Mark, go wash your hands, I said. Daddy and I need to talk. Mark ran to the bathroom. Levi and I stood in the doorway. I heard that Sarah left, I said. Levi looked surprised. How did you know? He asked. Someone told me, I said. Levi looked down at his feet. She did, he said, last month. She said I was too old for her. She said I was boring. Levi looked up at me. I was so stupid, Karen. I threw away everything good for nothing. I looked at Levi's face. He looked broken, lost. Part of me wanted to comfort him. The old Karen, the wife Karen, but the new Karen stayed quiet. I am sorry that happened, I said. But Levi, we cannot go back. Too much changed. We both changed. I know, Levi said. I just wanted you to know. I made a terrible mistake. You were the best thing in my life. You and Mark. Maybe, I said, but maybe we both needed to learn something. Maybe this was the only way. Mark came running back. Daddy, are you staying for dinner? He asked. Levi looked at me. I shook my head gently. Not today, buddy, Levi said, but I will see you again soon. Levi kissed Mark goodbye. He looked at me one more time. Take care of yourself, Karen, he said. You too, Levi, I said. That night, Mark told me all about the zoo. He drew pictures of animals. He laughed and talked until bedtime. After he fell asleep, I sat by the window. The sunflower was almost as tall as me now. Its face was big and yellow, full of seeds. I thought about Levi. I felt sad for him, but I did not feel sorry for myself anymore. I made the right choice. I chose myself. I chose my son. I chose a life where I could be seen. Spring came slowly. The sunflower grew bigger and bigger. Mark grew taller too. He started asking fewer questions about his father. He made new friends at daycare. He laughed more. I started working part-time at a bookstore. The owner was a kind old man named Mr. Green. You have gentle hands, he said. Books like gentle hands. I liked working with books. They were quiet friends. They never disappeared. They never broke your heart. One day, a man came into the bookstore. He was looking for a book about plants. My daughter likes flowers, he said. She wants to learn about them. I showed him to the plant books. This one is good, I said. It has pictures, easy words, perfect for children. The man smiled. Thank you, he said. You are very helpful. His name was David. He had kind eyes, brown eyes. He smiled when he talked. He came back to the bookstore the next week and the week after that, always looking for books, always smiling. Your daughter must love reading, I said one day. David laughed. She does, he said. But I think I come here for another reason now. He looked at me. His eyes were warm. Would you like to have coffee with me sometime? He asked. My heart jumped, but not with fear, with something new, something light. Maybe, I said, but I have a son. He is 3 years old. He comes first. I understand, David said. I have a daughter. She is 5. Children always come first. We had coffee the next Saturday. Mark came with us. Mark liked David. David had a nice laugh. He played games with Mark. He did not try too hard. He was just kind. My wife died 2 years ago. David told me. Cancer. It was very hard. But Lena and we take care of each other now. I told him about Levi, about the divorce, about starting over. Starting over is scary, David said, but also beautiful, like planting a new garden. I thought about my sunflower. Yes, I thought, like planting a new garden. Months passed. David and I became friends. Then more than friends. He was patient with me. He did not rush. He understood that my heart was still healing. Mark loved David's daughter Lena. They played together. They laughed together. Mark had a friend, maybe even a sister someday. One evening, David came to my apartment for dinner. Mark and Lena were drawing pictures at the table. David and I sat on the small couch. Look, Karen, he said. He pointed at my sunflower. It was huge now, bright yellow, full of life. It is beautiful, he said. My mother gave it to me, I said, after my divorce. She said it was like me. It would grow toward the sun. David took my hand. She was right, he said. You did grow. You are still growing. I looked at David's kind face. I looked at Mark and Lena laughing together. I looked at my sunflower reaching toward the light. 2 years ago, I was invisible. I was broken. I was afraid. Now I am Karen. Just Karen. I am a mother. I am a friend. I am a woman who knows her worth. I am not Levi's wife anymore. That woman is gone. But the new Karen? She is stronger. She is braver. She knows how to love herself. And maybe, someday, she will learn how to love again. Real love. The kind that sees you. The kind that makes you bigger, not smaller. The sunflower in my window keeps growing toward the light. And so do I. Thank you for listening to my story. If you want to hear more simple English stories about love, hope, and starting over, please like and subscribe. I will see you in the next story.